So welcome back to my channel, and today I'll be going over September. As you can see, the price action during September was phenomenal. This was our best month right after October. During October, we made even more, but this is just textbook price action I want to go over. So in this video, I'll be going over these trades we took during September. By the way, I missed like 2 trades from this price action, but this video, I'll be going over every single trade you see here. This is just GM40. We also trade US30 and S100 gold, and just from this price action, there's more than 15%. So let's get right into it. So first of all, as you might know, I got 2 models. So this is the first one, this is the second one. First one is during trending markets, and the second one can be used anytime. Okay, so second one during this price action, because actually GM40 was kind of ranging on a hot time frame. As you can see, we got some type of sideways market like this. So during these conditions, we cannot trade the first model, but only the second model. So I'm gonna remove the first model and go over the second model. All I wait for is, as you can see, I wait for some type of sweep, pullback, and we're gonna enter once the price is going lower. My confirmation is moving average. So let's say, for example, we have some type of moving average like this. Once we're gonna close below it, I'm gonna enter stop loss at certain point, and that's it. Super simple. So as I said before, most people, they're gonna wait for sell side to be swept, close above some type of IPA imbalance, fair value gap, doesn't matter how you want to call it, but this will be an entry model or even market shift. Once we have everything that we need to see for buys, I mean, not me, I do not trade these concepts, but once I see that there is an entry model for SMC ICT traders, all I wait for is price to close below my moving average. Once you're gonna have the close, now this is buy-in trap. We have liquidity below this low, because most people just gonna buy at this level, stop loss below this low. So I'm gonna enter and just enjoy this breakout. Okay, so as you can see, all of these trades are the same. Okay, so it's on top of liquidity sweep, pullback, and boom, entry once the price is going lower. Honestly, I kind of like this way of entering much more, because we just enter in with the trend. We do not wait on top of pullback and then going lower. So as you can see, same thing on this level. So we swept this low, then we have pullback. Right after pullback is going back lower, we're gonna enter, stop loss, and just enjoy the momentum to the downside. So let's start on the 1st of September. If we're gonna go to 4H, as you can see, we got this level, multiple wicks touch this level. So I was expecting either price going higher from this level, which was risky because it's against this trend, or we're just gonna break below it and continue lower. Okay, so we had 2 opportunities. This is the reason why we have these buys and then right after these sells. So let's go back to the 30-minute. So now you understand what is happening on the 4H. We are in this 4H level, and we either gonna go higher or lower after certain confirmation. So this is the first buy, which was stop loss. Then we had the second, which was TP. Okay, so this is like 2%. So we are up 1%. Then we had this trade. I missed this trade, but people from Discord took it. During this time, I was asleep, but super clean trade. As you can see, the same thing. We had this liquidity sweep. We had buyers after liquidity sweep. And once the price was going lower, entry point, stop loss, boom. Super simple. And if you know how to trail the stop loss, instead of like 2%, now you'll be like, for example, 4%. So around this level, we have hard time frame level, and we had the same exact entry model at this point. As you can see, we swept this high. Then we have some type of low time frame confirmation for sellers. Okay, so once sellers entered the market, we created a bunch of liquidity above this high. So we're just gonna enter at this point, and this is the best possible take profit on indices. As you can see, this can be used as order block, supply, break block. Doesn't matter how you want to call it, support, resistance level. But if you know how indices are moving, these are the best possible levels. So we tap into this level. Then we had this entry model. Okay, so again, the same thing. We swept these lows, we had a pullback, and this entry, as you can see, entry point, this 30-minute close, stop loss at certain high, this hard time frame level as take profit. If you want more explanation, you can check out my previous videos. Then we had this trade. Okay, so we swept this low. Then we had this pullback. Once the price went lower again, we entered, and this trade was break even. So after we swept this low, we can put the stop loss to break even. As you can see, the price went higher, so this trade break even. Then we had this trade. As you can see, we swept this high. Then we created pullback on a low time frame. Once the pullback was done, we entered, and this trade stop loss got hit because we tap into this level. So when you have this type of price action, we can still enter, but we need to risk much less because, as I said, these are the best possible levels for either continuations or reversals. Okay, so this trade, valid stop loss. Happy to take this trade every single time, but we want to risk a bit less. Then we had this trade, so I sent into Discord this trade, so we swept this low, pullback, boom, super simple. Every single time is the same exact entry model. We use moving averages, but I'm not gonna go into details on YouTube. If you want to learn how I trade, you can join my Discord. This trade, as you can see, the same exact thing, super simple, and we only target 2%. Once we're gonna hit the 2%, we're gonna trail the stop loss, and this stop loss trailing allows us to make even more percent. Then we waited from Thursday to Monday. And as you can see on Tuesday, we had another trade. By the way, as I said before, this is just German 40. And during this time, we probably had trades on gold, US 30 or NAS 100. But when we don't have our setup during this time, I'm not going to force it. Okay, you need to have rule-based mechanical system that allows you to take only the best possible setup. So we only have 3 rules for every single trade. And during this price action, we never had it. But on Tuesday, we had this beautiful trade. And as you can see, the same thing, we swept this low, pullback, boom, super simple. And once we're gonna hit the 2%, we can trail the stop loss, and this would be around 2.5, beautiful trade. And again, from Tuesday till Monday, there was no trade on German 40, and as part of profitable trading, not taking any trades for a few days is perfectly fine. But let's go over this trade. So as you can see, we swept this low. So on a low time frame, this price action, something like this. So we had this push up and pull back, sweep of the low, pull back, sweep of the low. And on a low time frame, there was actually this price action. So once we came back to the opening price of the previous candle, which is around this low, entry point right here, as you can see, stop loss around this level, and this trade 2%. Then we had the same exact entry model right below it. So we swept this low, pull back, entry point, stop loss, boom, super simple. Okay, so we had 2 trades during this one push. You can see, I'll put it back. So this was the first one. This was the second one, super clean. And this was just German 40. If you want me go over US 30 NAS 100 gold, you can just comment the pair below and I'll go over it in the next video. Same thing on this one. So we swept this low. By the way, I do not look at liquidity like this, like most people. So sell side liquidity, buy side liquidity, trend line liquidity, I do not care about these things. My opinion is that there's a different way to find liquidity. So as you can see, we swept this low, pullback, and once we went back lower, entry point, stop loss, boom, super simple. So this was September 2025, beautiful trading month. And if you got any questions, you can just DM me on Instagram, and see you next time.